Tonight on DC News Now, prepping for Helene.
We do have standby 24/7 right now. Guys are ready to go.
With rainfall set to hit the DMV, how crews are working to keep people safe.
Hurricane Helene will push rainfall toward the DMV on Friday. We'll let you know how much rain we could pick up from this tropical system.
Plus, the future of Lake Forest Mall could be in your hands. How you can have a say in what happens next.
DC circulator drivers sounding off to the city's council, what they're calling for as time is running out.
And Art All Night
brings together the vibrant local businesses here in the district as well as our incredible arts community.
The family-friendly event that's free, helping you to kick off the fall season.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, tonight we're tracking Hurricane Helene from impacts here at home and across the country. Right now, the Category 3 storm is racing across the Gulf of Mexico and headed straight for Florida.
New video tonight shows flooded streets on Anna Maria Island as Florida braces for Helene's expected landfall. And in downtown Naples, the waterfront already inundated by flooding with palm trees swaying in the wind, but this is just the beginning. And a closer look at home, the Washington Monument. Again, it has been another dreary day in our region.
Yeah, the big question now for us in the DMV is when we could see the potential impacts from Hurricane Helene. Let's turn over to meteorologist Damon Matson tracking all of this for us this afternoon. Damon, how's it looking now?
Well, we are keeping all eyes on the tropics, of course, as Helene bears down on parts of Florida, and this system will move inland from there, where we could see some potential impacts up through the southeast for sure, and it could reach even farther north than that. But here we have the satellite loop of this hurricane. Again, it is a beast of a storm, and look at the eye starting to come together there just west of Tampa Bay. That is the sign of a strengthening hurricane as it barrels toward the Big Bend of Florida, going to make landfall tonight during the overnight hours. It is not good to see a hurricane landfall at all, but an overnight landfall even a little bit worse. And on the radar loop, very clear as day, you can see those heavy bands of rainfall wrapped around the center. We have tornado watches in place across most of Florida up into Georgia and the Carolinas. So this hurricane, though it hasn't made landfall yet, it is having an impact already in these states. We've seen multiple tornado warnings issued. So there's a severe weather aspect. There's the damaging winds, the storm surge, and the historic rainfall. This is going to be one for the books across the southeast. And here we go. The update as of 5 p.m. Wind speeds 125 miles an hour, still a Category 3, but it could possibly reach that next Category 4 as we go into the overnight hours. Regardless, the impacts, like I was just talking about, will still be felt, and they will still be major. And this storm will track then northward. Look at this, still a hurricane as it goes through central Georgia, and then it's going to linger about into the weekend over the Tennessee River Valley, the Ohio River Valley as well. Now, this track is keeping it well away from the DMV. We have not been seeing any sort of impact from this tropical system yet. As a matter of fact, we've had a break from the rainfall after a very soggy week. We have not had any showers, but some of that tropical moisture to the south is moving up toward us here, and light rain will begin to fall once again as we head past sunset into your Thursday night. So we got that small break, but now soggy weather is returning, and we are going to see some steadier rainfall from Helene's outer bands tomorrow. What does that mean? Could we see any major impacts here in the DMV from Helene as it moves by? We'll have that answer in your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, right now, DC News Now's Kevon Dupree is looking into what our area is doing to potentially prepare for some impacts.
And he joins us live in Old Town Alexandria. Kevon.
That's right, Mark and Elisa. The people I spoke with here in the area actually say they're not too concerned about the rain or flooding, but DC and Virginia officials say they're doing everything they can to make sure they're prepared for whatever the storm may bring. Hurricane Helene is expected to make landfall Thursday evening along Florida's Gulf Coast. Experts say due to its size, the effects of the storm could be felt in our area.
With this storm, what we think we're going to be looking at is rain. The storm track is forecasted to go up more towards the Midwest and west of the district. But we also know that we're going to get rain. We've already started getting rain from this system.
DC officials making sure they're prepared.
We focus on areas where water can pool. So we look at low-lying areas, we look at our storm drains and our catch basins, and we make sure that those are clear so that the water system, the stormwater system in the district, the water has somewhere to go and get away from our roadways.
In Alexandria, Dominion Energy crews are also preparing for any challenges Helene may pose.
Telling guys to be ready, to be on call. We do have standby 24/7 right now. Guys are ready to go the minute the phone rings.
But some neighbors and businesses in Old Town, like the fish market, aren't too concerned.
Honestly, our business here, Fish Market, has been open since 1976. So we have seen our fair share of rainstorms, and we are not afraid of it.
Now, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin did declare a state of emergency on Wednesday, and that allows the state to have resources if any part of the state is hit hard by the storm. Reporting live in Old Town Alexandria, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Kevon, thank you. Metro says slipping and falling is one of the most common ways riders get hurt when it's raining out. And as we start to feel the impact from Helene, they're reminding you to never run for a bus or a train. Use handrails and escalators and stairs and take extra time when it's wet outside.
And meteorologist Damon Matson, as well as Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb, will be monitoring Helene throughout the evening. But for when we're not on air, it's a good idea to scan the QR code right there on your screen. It'll let you download our weather app so you can get the forecast 24/7 in the palm of your hands. Meantime, in the district now, Councilmember Trayon White holding a community meeting for Ward 8 seniors. The discussion took place at the Congress Heights Senior Wellness Center. During the meeting, White was asked who was representing Ward 8. He pointed to a recent reorganization of D.C. Council that removed him as a chair member following allegations brought on by federal bribery charges. White maintains that despite the loss in title, he will continue to represent Ward 8 for as long as he can.
So we do have representation here, and I continue to represent us as well as I can, as long as I can, as long as I have breath in my body.
He also maintains he is innocent until proven guilty, and that for the time being, Ward 8 will need to lean on the other 6 representatives in leadership roles.
New tonight, leaders in Gaithersburg sitting down with residents to discuss the future of Lake Forest Mall. The mall operated for over 40 years until last year. DC News Now's Christian Pena covers Montgomery County, and he has more on tonight's community meeting.
Behind this fence, it's Lake Forest Mall, a place several natives throughout the DMV enjoyed for decades. But as of March 2023, the mall has been closed, upsetting many who loved it.
When the mall did leave, it kind of like, you know, we lost a place to like go hang out, you know, go shop at the mall, eat, you know.
Tonight, the mayor of Gaithersburg, along with city council, is hosting a meeting with the community to discuss the empty mall's future. The goal is to exchange ideas.
I think investing in really getting families together is really, really important.
Residents tell DC News Now they would like to see more restaurants in the area, as well as more public spaces for gatherings. Meanwhile, developers hope to bring 1,600 residential units to the 100-acre lot, 750,000 square feet of employment use, 250,000 square feet of large format retail, as well as 220,000 square feet of neighborhood commercial use and a transit center.
Honestly, if it boosts the community and help the community, then that's a plus.
Those attending tonight's meeting say they hope the final project balances cultural preservation with economic success.
If they give that much energy to build something new there, they should give the same with other people and trying to help uplift them.
Tonight's meeting kicks off at 7:30 at 16 South Summit Avenue. For now, reporting in Gaithersburg, Maryland, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
Christian, thank you. The district's Committee on Transportation and the Environment is holding a public roundtable to discuss topics like the end of the circulator bus and alternative transportation services for riders and the next steps for bus operators that drive the circulator buses once the program is terminated.
Speak for everyone else, but I would say for myself, when I saw the FY25 budget, I assumed this was a transfer. I assumed the circulator was going to be absorbed, like we're absorbing routes, why would we not also absorb people? So why not do that? Why wasn't that decision made? Or when was that decision made for it not to be a transfer?
Well, the end of the circulator routes will begin come October 1st and will be phased out around the DMV by December 31st.
Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and right now a new poll from Emerson College and our news partners on the Hill shows Kamala Harris with the edge right now in Virginia. The poll shows Harris leading former President Trump by 8 points. DC News Now's Joseph Akile is breaking down the latest numbers.
Support for former President Trump hasn't changed significantly since VP Kamala Harris became the nominee, but undecided voters are moving towards Harris. That is according to the Emerson College polling officials. The new poll shows Harris with most of the support in Virginia at 52% and Trump with 44%, 4% undecided. Now, this is the first Virginia poll from Emerson and the Hill since Harris became nominee. In this new poll, there have been some shifts with independents. In July, independents were leaning towards Trump. Now Harris has a commanding 14% lead with Virginia independents over Trump. But Virginia voter support varies when it comes to the issues. The economy, the top issue for Virginians, and that new poll shows voters say Trump is better with the economy, 68%. Voters who say affording a house is a top Virginia issue, they break for Harris, 76% to 15%. Now, in this poll, one of the most significant numbers is with women voters. The July poll showed President Biden had a 6% lead with more women voters support over Trump. That gap much wider now. Women voters support Harris 58% over Trump at 38%. Now, the presidential election isn't the only issue for Virginians. They're also paying attention to the Senate race. Now, this new Emerson the Hill poll shows right now incumbent Democratic Senator Tim Kaine leading Republican candidate Hung Cao by 10 points. And Kaine has kept that 10-point lead since the last poll. For now in the studio, I'm Joseph Akile. Back to you.